Everyone's been asking me about my Haas top loading wood burner and wanting to know if it does me any good. It does. It's a 6x4 by 3 foot heating box, and it's a great way to get rid of all your wife's Amazon boxes for sure. That's how I heat the whole house. Not really, but we put nothing but logs, debris off the firewood processor in it, and mostly just chunks of wood I bring home from the job sites. I load it with the tool cat here. Just a grapple, 6-foot grapple that I can fit down in the heat box there to set wood in there, drop wood in there. And so the one thing I did not like about Haas is they give you this tool to clean the ashtray out. It's just like a hoe, kind of, and it's supposed to ride on these rails, right like that. And it goes back into the box, and then it drops down, and you pull your ashes out. Well, that's all fine and dandy if you're going to empty your ashes every day or half a day, because when you get a big pile of ashes in there, it doesn't want to go back, or if it does, it pushes all the ash to the back, and then it won't let it fall down. So I eliminated that, took some metal that I just had laying around and just made myself a big shovel. And some of the guys on the internet was wondering about this because it works a lot better than the hoe. Scoop it up like that, throw it in the bucket. So that way I don't have to empty my ashes every day. I can empty them, I don't know, 2 weeks, every 2 weeks or so. I empty the ashes. It's easy to use. The wife uses it when I'm not around. I ended up putting a remote on the opener so I don't have to get out of the tool cat to open the door. It opens fairly fast. In the winter when it's really cold, it is a little slower. So it's gravity fed back down. I don't like that either. It's slow. Right now, there's probably, I'll show them. There's a big log in there, and of course about 7,000 Amazon boxes for my wife's addiction. But when it's cooler out, the door's a little slower coming down because it's just gravity fed. But we heat the barn. We heat the house, PEX, in the garage and the basement. The barn just has a radiator in the corner. And on warmer days, like 30 to 40 degrees, I run the debris out of the tumbler. So it's just chunked wood, bark, stuff like that. I bring it up here from the log yard, just pile it, and then load it with a tool cat. When it gets really cold, I'll start running chunked logs, cut-offs, anything I can get my hands on, and it'll last a lot longer. Weather that's in the 30s to 40s, I can fill it every 48 hours. And now when it gets really cold, about once every 24 hours. Enjoy my Haas wood burner. I don't have any problems with it. There's a lot of talk on the internet that people don't like them. It's not so much I don't like the unit. The owner is difficult to work with. When we bought this, I had some issues, and it sounds like a lot of people on the internet don't like the owner anyway, but he seems to make a good product for a good price. So I think I only had like $9,500 into buying this boiler, It's a top loading one. I didn't want a door open one. I don't want to fill it by hand all the time. When I'm not home and the wife doesn't feel like running one of the loaders, I just pull a big bucket full of chunks up to it and she throws them in there. She says it's easier than doing it running the loaders. So whatever works for her. But it's been great. I haven't had no problems with it. And that's my Haas wood burner.